Alright, so the map is going to go ahead and be Nuclear Caprician, one of the maps that is, I do believe, if memory serves, going to be removed for the upcoming ladder season. It is Knights Gaming Owl, and why don't you introduce the second player, Lirlin?
Of course I will. In the bottom left spawn position, spawning as pink, playing for Sintox, it is Meow, the Zerg player. So a Zerg versus Terran as our second match, Bell. That's nice. I mean, we started off with a PVZ and now a TVZ, so a lot of variation in the matchups is always something that I love to see. In DreamHack, of course, we saw a lot of PVZ. Terran players did not do that well. So it's interesting to me that we get a little bit of variation. I've been watching StarCraft all day yesterday, so seeing a new matchup is going to be refreshing, and I'm hoping this is going to be another close map.
Yeah, it is always good to, from a caster perspective and also from a viewer perspective, it's always good to have variance in the matchups that you're seeing on the streams. I mean, if you see 3 Protoss matchups in a row, it tends to get kind of boring. Back to the game for a little bit here, though. We have seen 12 gas going down, so most probably a Reaper opening straight up. He wants to have exactly 50 gas as the barracks finishes up, or very close to that. So that he can start the Reaper straight away, and we'll be looking to morph that into an orbital. There we go. Meanwhile, we do see the hatch first going down, followed by a pool, completely standard opening. And I'm just wondering one thing here for the Terran player Owl. Will he go 3 Reapers or just 1?
Or 2.
Or 2.
Perhaps. It's a bit of a trade you have to make. Am I going to invest in more Reapers? Yes, he is, because he's got a second one queued up. But going for 2 or 3 Reapers, especially 3 Reapers, delays your factory by quite a bit.
Yeah.
And therefore your tech, and therefore your potential aggression in the mid-game. So going for a lot of Reapers can do damage in the early game, but if a Zerg defends perfectly against your 3 Reapers, which is very difficult to do, it's near impossible to not lose a few drones to 3 Reapers. But if he defends well, Meow is going to be in a good position.
I think so. I think yes. Basically, it's what you said. When you commit heavily to Reapers and you build 3 of them, you have to make them pay for themselves. Because of how late your factory is, guys. Reaper is at 50 gas. That's a lot of gas for the turn in the early game, and it is only going to be 2 Reapers, like you suspected, and we have a factory going down as well. First Reaper doing his job, trying to kill off as many Zerglings as possible. Probably should be focusing on drones. There we go. Well, he saved that drone actually. Oh, that was so close. Wanted to build a simulator there. I mean, extractor. But didn't work out quite well for him. And now that the queens are out, the harassment will be a little bit more difficult for Owl here.
Ooh, that was a good reaction there. Morphing it into a Spinecrawler last second and then cancelling that one again. But of course, Spinecrawler pretty expensive to make, and he does lose 25 minerals there in the process. Another Spinecrawler going to be going up. And I think Owl pretty much accomplished what he wanted to do with those Reapers. He skilled 2 workers, he denied some mining time, he forced a very early Spore Crawler to be able to defend against that. And I think Owl was going to be quite happy with the way how this has panned out.
Yep, and the Reapers go in yet again. Nice micro pulling back the injured Reaper, and you know, the best thing those Reapers can do right now is keep the Zergling counts low and force the Zerg to overproduce Zerglings just to get rid of those Reapers. Also, this map, is very good for Reaper aggression early on because of how big the mains are. And, I mean, who would spread creep through their own main base, right? So you can hop into the main base, and then when the queen damages you quite enough, you can just back away, and she can't catch you off creep and has to stay on creep to inject and continue her work. So either you force the Zerg to make more queens, which is not a bad thing, but still, you can buy yourself a lot of time to heal those Reapers up. We have a Baneling Nest on the way as well, and Helium production started.
Yeah, I just want to point out how far ahead Owl is right now. He's killed so many workers, is denying creep spread, is doing damage to queens, has killed a lot of Zerglings, killed 3 workers now, has killed a handful of Zerglings. These Zerglings are going to be popping out, but they will be running into 2 Hellions and 2 Reapers, and they're going to be like, oh, oh, I guess we're not going to be attacking. I guess I'll have to defend a little bit more. But even with the units that Meow has been producing, I don't think he can really fight his way out of this. He still needs to be on the defensive, and he is going to end up losing more and more links, and super efficient trades by O continue to happen.
Yeah, he's just keeping the drone count low this way. If we look at the drones, it's 28 drones versus 32 SCVs. Third command center has been completed ages ago. We have double engineering base going down for
Triple
all.
engineering bay, even.
What, really? Oh my goodness. That has to be a mistake, unless there is some special tactics involved that...
Yeah,
there goes the cancel. I was like, wait, are you going to go with high-sec auto-tracking and +1/+1 at the same time?
Yeah, he wanted to finish up all the Terran upgrades by the 15-minute mark. That's
Yep.
what he was aiming for. But realizing that he already has 2 engineering bases, he's like, oh well, I guess I'll cancel the last one. As we see on the other side of the map, Meow has finally gotten around to researching his lair, and he's trying to get his drone count up there, but he's still so far down in the worker count. He has all those Zerglings and Banelings that are doing absolutely nothing for him. And Al is playing this perfectly. He's got his mid-game follow-up ready to go. He's going for the late game. He's adding on some Widow Mines right now, dropping another 2 barracks, getting double upgrades, of course. Stim is about to finish up, and we see the Spire out of Meow. I don't really like 2-base Spire as much in this situation.
Yeah, I think... Well, here's the thing. Meow pretty much has to play defensively right now, and he's pretty contained. He cannot take a third base, so... I mean, Mutalisks might be a hope to get back into this, to backstab your opponent while he's trying to keep his contain up. But still, until Baneling speed finishes, he cannot really engage these units directly. Oh, and I spoke too soon. There goes a little moment of not being attentive enough to his units, and that allows Meow to kill quite a lot of those Hellions and Reapers. But
yeah, you get some good kills there, some good Baneling detonations. Speed is about to finish up for those Banelings. That's going to make it a little bit easier to deal with the Reapers and the Hellions that are out. But here comes the next push by Owl. Oh, he's got a lot of Marauders and a lot of Widow Mines in here, but not that many Marines. Marine production is just now starting up with 2 reactors, so he will have enough Marines to deal with the potential Muta threat as the third base is being taken by Meow right now. He's trying to spread his creep over there. The third base, though, has been spotted by the Reapers and the Hellions, and there's 4 Widow Mines. That is pretty dangerous.
Oh, he will try to lure the Lings and the Banelings into the Widow Mines. He will be kiting back, but I really think that Meow is too smart for this, and he will have to go ahead and cancel that hatchery. And this is exactly what Owl wants. He wants to keep the Zerg on 2 bases for as long as possible. Nice hits, but detonating only on high HP units. We have Marauders. They are all in the orange and red, but still alive. And even a Marauder with 1 hit point can still fire a gun. So...
That's a good point you're making there. As long as that Marauder is alive, he's doing just about as much DPS as a healthy Marauder. Of course, he won't be able to stay up. Here come the Mutas, though. They're catching the Marauders off guard and kill off a few of the low HP ones. The Widow Mines, of course, now in position, but there is some detection here, so Zerglings are going to be working away at that. Has to be careful, doesn't lose any of his Mutas. The Widow Mines detonated on the Zerglings below, so losing a few Zerglings there, not too bad. But look at the supply. Oh my lord.
Yeah, that kind of tells the whole tale of this, and well, we have a pretty sizable drop incoming into the main Zerg base, and this is going to hurt, let me tell you that. The small army that Meow has is out on the map. The Mutalisks, the Zerglings, everything, and the drop is being unloaded. The Widow Mines are covering the main ramp. Nothing from the third or the second can come up, and this drop is so well
protected. The Mutas are gonna fly over the Widow Mines.
Oh my goodness!
And that's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Meow is gonna be taking too much damage here. Oh yeah, is what he says.
Yeah.
And is gonna be smiling away. He knows he's got this game in the bag right now. Can continue to drop. Might be able to snipe the Queen, snipe some tech. He's going to be dropping Marines single file to deal with the Banelings, and I think Meow at this point has realized that he is in a pretty serious, very dangerous position. He doesn't even have a third base just yet, and Meow says, guess that's GG already. I'll have to agree with him on that. He's on 69 supply to the 140 supply of O.
Yeah, 38 drones versus 75, and not even going to continue into, you know, tech and upgrades. He is going to clean up this drop though, and even Al saying never give up, and he's like, oh well, true, that's true, as his third base is being attacked yet again. More Widow Mines coming in, and more Marine Marauders streaming in all the time. This time the third base does finish, but it is going to go down very, very quickly here. I have to say that there's not that many forces here for Owl, but those Widow
He
Mines.
doesn't have that many units attacking here, but he continues to kill things, and this Marine group is definitely going to be the death blow here. Those Marines have 2-2 upgrades, whereas the Mutalisks don't have that many upgrades at all. And always going to be pushing in for the victory here. GG gets called by Sintox Meow, and Knights Gaming is going to take a 2-0 lead here.